It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. We had everything before us. We had nothing before us. Those are the opening lines of A Tale of Two Cities. But today, they also illustrate the story I'm about to tell you about two girls. And as you listen, I want you to ask yourself this question. Which girl do you resonate yourself with? So, girl number one, she's a busy mom. Her husband travels a lot for work, and she spends her time homeschooling her kids, taking care of her household, and serving in her community. One day, when her husband had come home from a long trip, they got into the minivan in order to go away on a getaway weekend so they could reconnect. When they got into the car, he turned to her and he asked, "What are your goals? What are your dreams? What's next?" She sat in silence. She had no answer. She said, "When have I even had time or energy to think about that?" And she started to cry. Now, in another far-off land, here's girl number two. She is a business owner, a leader, a volunteer, and has an almost empty nest. She gets in the truck with her hubby one weekend to go away for an anniversary weekend, and she turns to him and asks, "What are your goals? What are your dreams? What's next?" He didn't have much to say, but she did. She shared her well thought out answers and how she was investing the time and energy into the things that she wanted to do next. Guess what? That's a true story. Both of those girls were me. So what's the difference? Girl number one uncovered her purpose, created a vision, and started building a plan. You see, a purpose gives direction and meaning to everything you're doing. And living life without a purpose is like walking around with a broken compass. You're just going to wander aimlessly. But here's the thing. You don't decide on your purpose. You discover it. In fact, I'd like to say you uncover it, because oftentimes it gets buried under all the things in our life. All the tasks, all the notifications, all the commitments. So, I know you want to be more like girl number two. So what's a girl to do in order to start making that transition? I'm so glad you asked. Really, it comes down to one thing. Start asking good questions. Here are a few to get you started. What gets you out of bed in the morning, and what keeps you up at night? What fuels you, and what keeps you going when you're exhausted? What are you naturally drawn to, and what are others naturally drawn to in you? What are you called to be, and how is it that you are served? And here's the thing I found. It's not about the doing. For a long time, I thought that my purpose was connected to the roles I was playing, being a wife, being a mom, being a business owner. But really, our purpose is so much bigger than that. Our purpose is connected to who we're being. And that is something that will never change, no matter how much our roles or our circumstances change. So, which of those girls do you most resonate with? If you find a little bit more of number one in you, or not as much of number two in you as you'd like, then I want to invite you to be part of a 4-week virtual experience. It's going to be launching next week, and we're going to push pause to get clear on our purpose, to start creating a vision and crafting a plan so that we can live more like girl number two. And I'm just going to be honest, even though I am girl number two now, I am not done growing. I will always continue to uncover my purpose, to live that out, and to make sure that I am doing exactly what it is that I'm called to do. So what about you? Which of those girls most resonates with you? You can drop a 1 or a 2 down in the comments, and then head on over to lissafiggins.com/purpose to get all the details on the experience.